my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I'm going to try and keep my voice nice and even. I don't know why I'm so nervous to talk about this. The Springboks are back in Paris. Maybe that's why. The same venue where they edged out France in that unforgettable 2023 World Cup quarterfinal. Just a different moment in time. Siya Kolisi, of course, leads the team for his 100th test. Rassie Erasmus has once again kept his cards close to his chest with a late team reveal. Seems to be the mode now. The Boks will be eager to make a statement against the European champions. And joining us to unpack it all are rugby commentator, content creator Seto Time, along with rugby enthusiasts Warren LaRue and Ryan Grant. Guys, this is big. This is I don't know why I'm kind of feeling like this is a World Cup match, but maybe because we never got to disconnect from that story. Can we start with how Siya must be feeling at 100 tests in this venue against this team? This is massive, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, apart from the fact that I feel Siya should have played more than 100 tests by now, but I guess...
Wow, you're going to open like that, eh?
Yeah, let's start shaking things up from the get-go. Yeah, but I mean, it's a special moment considering the start of his journey, where he's come from, and the person that he is right now. Just watching one of the videos during the week, where we heard some of the fans saying that he's done his bit. I don't think he's done his bit. I think he's done a lot, not nearly a bit. So I think he's done quite a lot, and I mean, he's got some engine still to go. But what a special moment, what a special occasion for Siya, and no better place than Stade Francais against our foes, France. So it's looking to be a very much of a humdinger on Saturday.
And the French will be ready. They've been building up towards this. What are we anticipating when they get there? How do you keep the players in this lane, that it's not a return to the World Cup? There is a lot riding on this, yes, but it's not in the structure of our campaign at the moment. We've got to stay focused, right?
Yeah, look, it's the French shot at redemption. They'll be so hungry for it. It's going to be such a hostile environment. You can just expect that crowd, the booing. Whenever we win a penalty, everyone's... I mean, the amount of pressure on the ref, I'd hate to be the ref heading into the game. Looking at the French starting 15, I think it's quite a few unexpected changes. I mean, especially in the forward pack, the backline was more or less what we were expecting. I think Legaret at 9 instead of Luku was maybe a bit of a shock, and Moifa not starting at 13, but other than that, exactly what we were expecting in terms of the backline. How Rassie actually called a lot of that starting 15, I will never be able to tell you.
Yeah, well, let's get into the mind of Rassie. We like the fact that he's now found another way to mess with world rugby in revealing things late. But what his mindset going into this? What can you work out from, yes, his calls pre-match and the team that he's putting together?
Yes, well, as you said, I think Rassie's playing his own mind game, going
man.
one step even further, going Sasha 10, starting Bone Fenter at 1, surprising the whole of South Africa. I think Rassie's got a plan here, and obviously he's trying to tell us that we can play a certain game plan without having a Pollard backup, which is a massive statement on its own.
Who is that statement for? Is it external or is it for Sasha? Because we've reached a point now where he's kind of put his hand up to the point that he's like, I'm not that guy waiting in the wings anymore.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. You just look at the Rugby Championship. He was exactly what you say now. Not waiting, but literally taking the opportunity by the scruff of the neck. And he's earned the right to start against France. And I believe that this is the one game where we can take him away from being a boy to now being a man. Depending on how his performance is going to be on Saturday. And no better opposition than France with so much emotion as Stade Francais. And I mean, they thought we stole it, but yeah, that's a chat for another day.
I mean, all of our players left France because of this match. And I might be oversimplifying this, but that's pretty much how it played out. It's going to be hectic. What are you scared of when we go back into that space, when we face these absolute beasts, because we know what they're going to bring? What makes you nervous about this match? Why are we feeling like this is more than just a test match?
Yeah, obviously, as I mentioned, I mean, the shot at redemption, this is the game that they would have been targeting, like, the biggest one since the World Cup. Like, there's no other matchup I can think of that. I mean, they sent a B team to New Zealand, so I don't think they were expecting to get too much out of that. This game at home against, you know, the big rivals, the Boks, they're going to be up for it. I think the thing we have to be most nervous by is, as I mentioned, it's just more of a settled back line on their behalf. The forward pack I'm not too worried about. I mean, we mentioned the size of them, a lot of physicality.
Heavier than us, yeah.
Definitely in terms of weight,
yeah.
but I don't think we're going to be under too much pressure at scrum time. I mean, are we ever? So I'm not too worried about that. They do have an electric back three, which we have to obviously be wary of. But other than that, I do think we'll hold up to the test. I was more nervous on Monday coming into it when you asked me, how many points are we going to win by? And I said 4. And then after the team was announced, I thought, okay, no, we might actually win by 4 or more,
And therein lies the South African problem. We just don't breathe. You talk about the back three. I'm just in love with Damian Willemse at the moment and so glad that he's getting the platform to shine, but we kind of need him at the back now. There's going to be games within games within games. How do the Springboks win this one? How do you see it playing?
Well, as you said, I'm so excited to see Damien in that 15 jersey
Love that
again.
guy.
Rassie's got a massive headache, though, a great headache, with Ethan Hooker on the wing there to choose between Kirtley and Ethan Hooker. Who's going to do the high contestable balls? They're all good at it. They're all amazing at it. So I'm very excited to see this Kirtley-Cheslin combination with Damien at the back.
Is there a danger in having the kind of performance we had last week? Do we put that to bed? Do we feed off that kind of... Because it wasn't like messy. As much as the runs were flowing, we kept our structure.
Yeah, 100%. I think Japan was a perfect game to start off with. Just to, of course, play those French players, like Ethan Hooker starting as well. You mentioned how great he is under the high balls. I would have preferred starting with Japan and then France, because now at least now you have a clear picture on where you need to improve the most.
Yes.
And I mean, just to add on to what the brother's saying on my right is that to beat, France, they come in with a 6-2 split and we have a 5-3, meaning that they're expecting us to be physical, but we'll just play expansive rugby. So with them, they're trying to counter us, but we're already a step ahead of them. So with that being said, with the back three they have, world class, but also with us, Damien at the back, those counter attacks are prolific. And he's got the physicality. So it's 3 options: run around you, through you, or step you.
I'm just
Sad
resting
we
on...
can't do this anymore.
I want you to go back to something. You said the choice of expansive rugby. I think it's taken us about 25 years of talking about South African rugby for that to become a choice and not just a lovely thing that happens when someone clicks on a field. This is massive, guys. Score prediction, go.
Score predictions, before we started, I said box by 15 plus.
Oh, I like you.
I'm going to stick with box by 4. The reason why I say if it comes down to a kickoff and, it comes down to a penalty, I think Rassie maybe would have gone Pollard on the bench and we've gone Mani. So I think he's actually wanting to win by more than a penalty. So I'm going to stick with by 4.
Okay, I like that. Nervous, but I like it. Back yourselves, back it. Come on.
Been a lot of convincing this week. I'm going to go from my 2 to 8, and I'll give you the exact score, 28-20.
Oh, I like that. You don't have to share your winnings with him, hey? Okay, you don't have to. You just have to congratulate him online. Gents, absolutely love it. We'll keep up their handles so you can go and DM them, talk to them, ask them the difficult questions. They are plugged in. Most importantly, congratulations, Sia Khaleesi. 100 tests as our captain. Fantastic. What a moment. We love you, guys.